I don't care what my microphone sounds like. So this is gonna be a 4v4 random teams, and the maps are unknown. If you don't know what the unknown maps, they're pretty cool. They're just, I think they're computer generated or created maps, so they can have anything, like absolutely anything. Usually high food though and high gold. Super fun. And I this is the only style I play, and I've been playing it almost 2,000 hours now. And it's the only thing I play. There's nothing else. Always 4v4s, unknown maps or random maps, mainly unknown. Just know everything else standard, but just those two things. Teams are all also random unless I'm playing with the team. So let's just get into it. I think USA can be either S or A, but most people that I see play it is A. It's not super, like it's not the super best. But honestly, I just think they're probably B because a lot of people don't know how to play them that much. They have really decent scrims, and then you can also spam Gatling gun, or you can go with like forts and try to get map control. But in playing in random, like random teams, people don't help you. That's just how it is. So you have to take the initiative and like do everything on your own. You have to build all the anti-cav, anti-scrims, artillery, forts. You have to do everything. You can't rely on your teammates on random teams. In a team game, it's probably A, but randoms, I would say B. But they're still okay. And just put in perspective, every civ is pretty decent. To be honest, I don't even think you need a D or a C. I feel like this is fine because every civ is pretty good. It's not about the civ; it's more about how you're gonna play the civ. Either you're gonna boom, you're gonna rush, or you're gonna like boom rush, or like a what is that called? Like a timed push, H2 or H3. Because if you rush and you fail, you're basically done until like maybe 25 minutes or 30 minutes. I don't even know. I forgot what this name is. I think I had never played it like twice maybe. But they're okay. The only bad thing is they can get kited a lot, but they have an early. Like if you rush early game, I know some guy or a few people do it. They'll just do like H2 all in, and then they'll kill one person, and then, but then this guy is also bad. So it's like one for one. You kill one person, but then you also hurt yourself because you rushed, and the game's not over because you still have to kill three more players. So it's pretty dumb. Again, if they boom, they're gonna be decent. I mean, I think every civ is gonna be okay. You can have decent map control too. I'm gonna put them on C just because I don't know them, and then when I do play them versus them, they're not that great. And they're in my team, they're not that good either. I think super versatile. It's like they're really good at stopping rushes or helping out with rushes, and they're good at booming. They're good at everything. But I think there's still other civs better because late game they don't really have a great composition. I feel like Musk and Hazars they're not that good. And then if you go Bulls, they're not that great either because they're so slow. And if you go like um the Rockets, it's also slow. But they're mid, early mid and mid like age one like 2, 3, and 4 they're pretty good. But once it hits like 5, super late 5, they're okay. But that's why I'm gonna put them A. Um, so China's super weird. So the thing is with random 4v4s or just 4v4s in general, if you can have if someone can just spam units, they can essentially just tank for you. You just use them as body blocks. And let's say China's like H3 or H4, and they have like like max pop, right? But all their units are just cheap, like unupgraded. And then you have like a really strong civ with really strong scrimmagers or really strong artillery behind them. Like that's pretty powerful because they have to get through all of China's cheap units to get to your units, and so basically you can just use them as a meat shield. and they have great eco as well and stuff like that. So they can have potential to be S, but most people I feel like they play them either as like a as good as A or B. But I'm gonna put them in. I think I'll put them B because I just don't see many people that play China that good in 4v4, and they take up a lot of resources. Actually, I don't know. They're okay though, but again, most civs are actually pretty decent. There's no like really terrible civ. Alright, with Dutch, I think Dutch is S pretty easily, only because they have so many team game like team cards like the market, and they have team wood, and then they have team hunt speed increases or something like that. And then mid early game, they're like kind of slow, so you have to just protect them. Hopefully, they don't get rushed. And then mid game, they're good. Late game, they're good. I mean, they have a win condition with artillery. Like if you go, and also one big thing is their max pop is like 65. So that means they are gonna be able to field 100, like 100 plus units. And that's super huge. I think numbers advantage is way better because if you have like a Dutch and then like a Ports have the best. I think Ports are probably the best scrims. So scrims, they can't make a lot, right? But if they go full scrims, maximum all cards sent, all upgrades, and then on the front line you just have nothing but Reuters just tanking. Like that's super strong, you know, because it's all about the numbers in 4v4 late game. Early game and mid, it's about trying to scout. Hopefully, there's no rushing or like strong attacks third or fourth age. Yeah, I think they're definitely I mean S tier. You kind of want them in every game that you play. They just can play anything. I don't know this one. I don't know the name. A lot of people play them. There's already two styles. Either their boom is okay, but their units aren't super strong. I think it's this one or another. No, it's this. Yeah, I don't even know their name. I've seen like H2 builds where they send like freaking 30 cav and everyone's still booming. They don't have no units, and then that just ruins somebody's game. And that's pretty strong. Or they have also a really strong boom as well, but their units aren't super great. I think I don't really know, but every time I play them in my 2,000 hours, they were either decent or not great. I never seen them like. I think I've probably seen one or two people play them super good, but in my experience is mainly coming from playing them against versus ports. Like as when I'm playing ports, usually I kind of know what to expect. Like a lot of cav or something because their infantry aren't good versus port scrims. So I'm gonna put them like B tier. Or actually, no, I'm gonna put them C. But again, it's only C. It's not like they're not terrible. They're still okay. France, I don't think they're S. I think they're. See, France is weird because their cav is extremely expensive, and then their scrims aren't super great, but they're good. Their eco was good though. I wouldn't put them above. Actually, I think they're probably the same right here. Eco's okay. They can H3 pretty good. I mean, I wouldn't even know the build because if you go full cav like hand cav late game, is not that great in 4v4s because there's just so many. Everyone's just going either build scrims, artillery, or goons, and that's it. And then you'll have the occasional people who go uh like halberdiers. So it's like you can't go cav really. And if you're gonna pick them, you're just gonna go goons. So they're okay. Eco was very strong as well. They're just strong eco, so that's why I think they're A. But see, they have potential. I feel like this one has potential to be a S. I don't think A's have potential. They're just like okay. They're gonna be okay for everything. Where these, they can either be really bad or really strong, depending on who's playing them. Whereas A's is like they're always gonna be good, but not like super super good. All right, Germany. Again, they have a really good H3 card for teams is the two wagons for everybody. That's essentially 8 wagons for one card at H3. That's super good. You can play them mercenaries or you can play them standard. Like you go like Ulans or Ulan scrims. I feel like war wagons are a little bit too slow. So when someone comes raid your base, you're just like chasing them around. So I never really have trouble with them when they're going wagons. I mean, I don't have trouble with Germany much. One thing though they're really good at is early game, because in 4v4s people don't really scout. I mean, yeah, like they don't scout, they don't raid. All they do is just like sit back and boom, and they'll probably play defensive. Every now and then you'll have someone who attacks early, but most of the time it's sit back and boom with no units. So when they send out Olans, they can do a lot of damage because no one's like waiting for that, which is kind of funny. And I mean, it's kind of also too because it's gonna be like what 2 or 3 Ulans versus 4 players. That's kind of hard to kill still because everyone's watching. So I'm gonna put him B. B can also just actually. I think I should have made another tier. I'm gonna put him B though, not because they have potential to be S, because they're just okay. I don't like. They're kind of like France, but the thing is, France can go goons and scrims, and they're decent. And they don't. And Germany doesn't have any team cards for scrims. France does. They're good eco though. I feel like they're in the middle. Maybe I'll just add one more. They're like A B. I was like B plus. Yeah. Cause I don't. I feel like most people they do okay, but they're never. I never have trouble. Like, oh dang, it's like so much. Because again, they're 100 pop. Any save that is 100 pop, they're not gonna be super great because in 4v4, it's all about numbers. Unless you're a civ that can instantly get out units. I think they can get out Olans instantly. Because late game, remember, it's if your equals kind of max, so all you're trying to do is pressure the map and send out as much units as possible, as fast as possible, closest to the person's base, so you can just always pressure them. That's like later game. But I think they're B. Okay, I think I got these two confused. Are these the one with the cav, or are these the one with the... But again, I don't really know them, but they're okay. Again, C is not doesn't mean they're bad. It's just certain play styles. See, I never have trouble with them. That's the thing. They boom good though. I think like everyone booms good if they know how to boom correctly. I don't play this much, but they have good potential. Just never played them, and when I do play against them, they're not like they don't stand out. These are more the ones that stand out. Like these stand out a little more. And then B is like they stand out when a really good player's playing them. But I don't really see these many standing out. I just know eco. They have decent eco later games. I totally brain fart here too. Are these the one with the eco runners? This is the only hard part. See, I want to put them here, but below this. Like they're not good. They're not better than these, but they're like this. But I'm just gonna put them here. No, I think this is fine. Again, decent eco if you boom, good rush. But again, the thing is about rush is if you rush by yourself, your team's not gonna help you. Very rarely you're saying I'm rushing, and then they're like I'll rush too, but they don't know how to rush, so they'll send like 5 units, and then you're all in. And then by the time you kill their base, their teammates are already boomed up enough to come push you back. And then they push you back, and you're all in, and you're sitting at like 7,000 score with like 20 vills. And it's already like 10 minutes. And everyone's already kind of late game. Everyone's like H4, H3. And then you just killed one person. But then they're better players, so they boomed better than your team. So you're like, wait, I rushed, and my team didn't even boom. They're still like weaker than me. So that's why. So I feel like if you just play standard with these, they should be okay. The Eagle Runners are. I mean, those. I think that the Eagle Runners the one that there's, or it's either this one of them. It's the little scouts that look like they're wearing Coyote Runners, like the Coyote. They're good against scrims though. There's not a lot of melee units in 4v4s. That's why. Ooh, India's really good. I want to put them here, but I feel like they're in between A and S. Like, actually, I think I'll just put them S. They can play any style. I mean, artillery is really strong too. H3. They kind of have low score though. Like their score will be super low, so then the team will still be kind of confident. That's kind of a thing too. Like in 4v4 randoms, people look at the score too much, and they're like, if they're down by like a few thousand, they'll just be like, "We're gonna lose," and then I'm like, "Just shut up, just wait. I'm about to hit my boom. Just settle down." And that's the thing. Like if in 4v4s, if two of your teammates die, one person can still win the game. Or even I've done it where three people, all my team is dead, and I've boomed so hard that I was able to 1v4, but because my other teammates, they were still building units, but they were building just meat shields. So I would just build my super strong scrims, and I would just behind whatever trash units they have, or I have super strong scrims, and my goons are also max with like about 5 or 10 goons and like 50 scrims, and I'm just pushing into their base. Cause I spent 20 minutes booming while they were all fighting, and I just came in like a steamroll, you know, just steamrolled them, because they're busy. Instead of them teching, they're just building units, while I'm teching and ecoing. So now my cards are all stronger. I mean, even their melee will be like one shot, like their melee horses, or hussars and stuff. And that's kind of the style that. So again, it's you have to play in the between. You can't be too much booming, and you can't be too much fighting. You have to be like right in the middle. Because if you all in, and even if your all in works, like your rush, you can still lose. Because if your team does not take advantage of the rush, they're just gonna build back. Because there's three other players you have to fight, and it's random teammates, so you don't know how good they play. Usually, I try to give like pretty decent players. Yeah, India's good. I mean, their H2, H3, H4 is all good. They can boom, and their scrims are strong. Their the only thing is, I think Dutch is above them. I guess this will be in line as well. Dutch is above them because they have a max pop with 100 vils, where Dutch is like 60. I feel like that's a big one. And they don't super tech high. If that makes any sense. All right, these guys. I'm just gonna put them here, these here, cause I don't play them a lot, and they're a bit weird. So I don't even remember. Like the only one that stands out is the horse spam. It's pretty annoying. All these are equal, by the way. I'm gonna put them here too. Italy's probably right here. I'm just gonna put these all right here in the bottom. So they're okay. I mean, the little, what are those called? The rocket people guys. I don't even know what they have. The flamethrower push. They also have the bombard thing, which is pretty crazy. But again, they're decent. They're okay, and they have some cheese tactics that they can use. The Cav is okay. It's just annoying early game, but and then their boom is pretty good if they boom. They're just gonna be pretty strong, but not like you have to have on your team. I think the three. I don't remember which one since the three vills. It's okay, but oh, there's a team bombard. I think they have. That's really fun. I think it's this one, unless it's a map. That's a good one. Again, they're not terrible. They're like decent. Like you can still win, depending how good you are. Okay, it's Japan. Uh, Japan could either be S or B. Like they could either be super strong, and if you know how to use them, but then they're also strong with anyone is playing them. That's kind of weird. But I think I'm gonna probably put them at the end of S. They have great boom. They have good, really good early game. They have good team cards. One of the water team cards just sends 3 water ships or water boats. So that's 9. No, that's 12 villagers on H2. That's insane. 12 villagers for everyone. Not everyone, but I mean 3 each. 12 villagers, H2. That's insane. So that's a really strong card. They also have Team Fortress. So it sends 1 fortress card to everyone on H2, and then it sends 2 fortress cards to everyone, or outposts, I mean, to everybody, and then you can just play them however you want. You can either play them defensive, you can play them aggressive, you can just boom, you can do water, they can just do everything. And they also have, I think I'll put them actually above. They also have only 75 vills, so you can just over, like, a ton of units. There's about like 1,000 Yumi archers, or just constantly spamming Ashigaru musketeers. They're just pretty solid. Boom really well, and great team cards too, or decent. I guess Ottoman. I've been playing a lot of Ottoman. I think they're super strong because they're just super versatile too. You can also do H3, Falconet Rush. That's what I've been doing. I'll probably make a video with them and Portugal's. That's the 2 I know how to play, and then I'll probably do 1 of each. The ones that are up here is I play more. I don't play India. I just play them against them a lot, or they're on my team, and they just do well. Like they always do good, and these always do well. These over here they do okay, but majority of the time they're not. They're not like they don't jump out at you. But yeah, definitely. I'll put Ottoman right here. I think Dutch could be. I feel like these 2 are the same, Japan and Dutch, but they're so strong. Ottoman. The thing about Ottoman is their Abyss guns are just so strong. So like if you're in a defensive position, it's so hard to beat them. Like imagine like Ottoman's Abyss gun with like a ton of sepoys, and then some Reuters right there, and then maybe some flaming arrows in the back, or some like those bombards, the giant. They get bombards, right? I forgot what they get. But yeah, like it's just super hard to push into them. And then their cav is also, you can do some cav, also annoying because they're instantly made late game and they just come behind your base and just destroy you. Or you can go with the Janissary early game with like decent rush. So like I'll make a video how I do it. I just go H3 super fast. Send wood, build 2, either build 1 TC or 2, and then I build a forward outpost with Falconet and like 10 Janissaries, and then I just, after that, I just eco while I knock one of their persons out. So like my build is essentially like a eco slash attacking timing kill. It's like the perfect timing where you do enough damage, but you also don't waste enough resources, you know, where you can still boom really strong and defend pretty good. But yeah, I think Ottoman just super versatile. Portugal, I think they are the best, only because I play them a lot. I'm probably the best Portugal in 4v4s. They can just do everything except for artillery. They don't. The railguns are okay, but they're not. I don't think a lot of people understand. They're not that great because they're short range, and they're kind of very low HP. But their scrims late game, they're the fastest eco. I mean, they're even better than Brits. Because remember, it's 4v4. You send all your TCs and you're constantly pumping out. And you do a fast fortress into, and then you send your TC card. You have 4, you have like, I don't even know, like 5 or 6 TCs. And then when you go to H4, you send your double TC plus your H4 TC, and then you have, I think you can have like 12 total at the by the end. Just they can just you either go scrim goon or you go goon railguns, or you just go full scrims. They go Reuters, and then India can go those anti-artillery, super strong. Some cav here or Abbas guns. I don't know, just very strong. These are the only ones that I think that have 100 pop. But the thing is, their scrims are just so strong. They're super strong. I mean, I don't think there's other better scrims, to be honest. Unless you do mercenaries, I don't even think that, because like I've been playing, like there's no scrims better. The only bad thing is, if you go full scrims, no one's helping you, and then they just die to cav or the artillery. That's the only bad thing. So you have to have at least 10 goons with you, and like the rest scrimmagers, because then you're just gonna get wrecked by cav. But yeah, it's just I just boom super fast with these. I think they're the best 4v4 though, for sure. Random teams. Russia's good. I would put A though. They have blockhouses. They're a little slow to get taken off, like start getting things rolling. But with 4v4s, you can go a little extra boomy there, so you can put the cheaper villagers on H2 or H3, I don't remember, and then you get 2 TCs, and you're just super boom now. And you start instantly building your infantry. They're just pretty solid. I think they're the top of the A, I would say. I don't know why I don't put them S. I think it's because a lot of people, they try to rush, right? But then they'll like rush with what is it called? Skirmishers, and it's not that great. I think like Russia, they age late, and then when they try to rush, I never really experienced a super good Russian rusher. I don't know. The only good thing they have is the 3 cav early on, and that kind of sucks. But I don't know. They could be the end of S, for sure. This is the order, by the way, from good to worst. But it's S tier, so it's still really good. Basically, you want them in every team because they're just gonna be really good. I think I'll put them A though. I think they can definitely be S though. Late game, they're strong. Early game, their early game is a little bit weak. And if you're rushing, you're not paying attention to your vills. It's pretty hard. Yeah, I think I'll put A. It would be Spain. Great cav. They have Falconets, H3. Oh, Russia has also the team. They have pretty decent team cards. So you see, the thing about Ottoman and Portugal, they don't really have any team cards. They're just really strong because they're super versatile. Port has 1. Ottoman has none, I think. I think they have the wood or the gold for everyone H4. That's about it. I don't even think they have any good team cards. That's what I don't remember. And what makes Japan super strong is they have a ton of team cards. Russia, they have, I think, 2 or 3 really strong ones. I think I'll put them SB like that. Yeah, I think that's good. Oh yes. Spain. Spain has. I've seen one time I played against Spain. This dude ecoed like insane eco. Even like H4. He was basically 1v4ing us for a while until I started like backdooring, because all his teammates they were already getting beat. And then he was just spamming those cav, and they were even killing like friggin'. Does it get instantly built or super fast built towards the end? I don't know what this guy was doing. They could be beat where they could be super strong, but then they can also be really trash at the same time. Yeah. S/F. Yeah, that's a good one. Where these are pretty solid, but alright, so Finland, I think that's Finland, right? Or Sweden. Sweden, yeah, they're pretty solid. I mean, they don't necessarily jump out at you too much. They have strong. They're good. H2, 3, 4. Late game's okay. The only bad thing is their best unit is Reuters or no, what are they called? I don't know what they're called. Their Musk is their best unit, or has like the best upgrades, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if they have team cards, many good ones. They have team wagon thing. They don't really jump out to you. I know there's like a, what is it called? It's like a mercenary as well. They're just okay. Like they're solid. They're not. Every now and then I would see a really good player, but most of the time they're just like okay. You'll see like I think a lot of the builds I'll just be like just build muskets and I'll go full um scrims with ports, and then they'll build like muskets with a little bit of those cannons, those small cannons, and we'll just like push H3 or H4 super hard, and we'll just kill everyone. But again, it's random teams and they don't listen to you. They just build whatever they want to build, but every now and then you'll have a person who could listen to you, and you just tell them build full musk and upgrade, and just push, and then you can basically kill everyone because they have a really strong H4. I think when they get all their again, the thing with Japan and Finland, obviously they can mess up your resources if they steal them. That's why I don't want to put them A, because a lot of Finlands, they'll freaking shrine your gold mines, and you're just like, dude, you just ruined everything. So that's really sucks. It just throws you off. That's why I don't put them A, because some players, they're just dumb. They're really bad. So yeah, Mexico. Mexico's solid. I don't think they're S, but they're super just. They're if you let them boom, they're gonna be so strong. A lot of people though they don't know how to boom that great. I don't think it's their scrims. I don't think you go scrims in 4v4s. You just build nothing but hand calf, and you just go backdoor. You just keep killing, you just keep sending behind, and then or you send the goons that they have from the mercenary goons that are strong too. I don't never really. I know I played against a person who was what is it called? It was Mexico. He played like a heavy artillery type of thing with his muskets were super strong. But again, they don't do much versus like cat like scrims, and he was just pushing by himself all the time because none of his team wanted to help him, and it's just how it is. That's why I don't put him up here because these civs can go on their own and deal with anything. Where like these, I feel like they'll have trouble to go on their own, like mid late game. Maybe not expense wise, I guess. Italy's, I would say right here, they're just like they're solid. I mean, they just have a bunch of stuff you have to get through. They're always like building up forts and stuff, but I've seen them. They'll just build like a few scrims. I never seen them mass build. That's also a lot of thing. These cap out at 100, right? So you can't have more than 100. And for example, you can't have more than 100 units fighting, because the other 100 are essentially collecting resources, the vills. Whereas up here, these two, you can have more than 100 and then more than 100. So that's why I will put them right here. They have the Team Hacienda, a really strong card, but it's H4, so it's like if it was H3 or H2, man, that would be so good. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I think would be my experience. Usually playing from Portugal, from these standpoints. So all this is based off of my experience playing against them or playing with them from the point of view of either being a Portugal, Dutch, Japan, or Ottoman. But yeah, I think like this would actually be like probably a super strong team. These right here: Portugal, Dutch, Japan, Ottoman. Or you can change like Japan for India for a little stronger early mid game. Then you have your two late games right here. Then you have your early mid. You can put Russia here. Actually, I probably wouldn't put Russia. But like, I feel like these 4 civs, 6 civs, super strong. Yep, that's my I guess idea.